In 2016, the St. Louis County Police Department conducted more than 59,000 traffic stops, an average of 163 each day.
The first thing is to always have the mentality that there is no routine traffic stop.
Instructor Paul Powers is teaching recruits at the St. Louis County and Municipal Police Academy how to physically and mentally approach a traffic stop.
You hear a lot of officers that are traffic officers will talk about, well, I'd write my own mother a ticket. It's like, we don't want that.
Powers says the goal of any traffic stop is voluntary compliance.
If you can stop somebody, talk to that person, and think that that person is never going to commit this violation ever again, we've gotten what we need. We don't need to write a summons for that.
Recruits are again learning that being transparent with the public will help relieve some anxiety.
Come on, step out and I'll explain everything that's going on.
Okay.
You have to tell them why you stopped them, because some people might not know. They might not know their plates are expired. They might not know they were going 10 miles over the speed limit.
Come back here, sir.
Can you explain to me again why I'm being stopped?
Sir, back there you ran a stop sign as well as you did not turn on your signals.
While getting pulled over can be a nerve-wracking experience for a driver, there are also a lot of unknowns for an officer every time they approach a vehicle.
We have to be cautious. We have to be vigilant. We have to be constantly looking at the car, looking at how many passengers are in the vehicle, if there's any movement in the vehicle, if they're reaching below their seat.
You want to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, or you want to be trusting and build that rapport. At the same time, have it in the back of your head that I want to make sure I'm not standing in a bad position or getting too close to them, because if they want to hurt me and they just decide to move, then I don't want to be in a bad position.
Powers is all for second chances, but he has no patience for drivers who hit the road under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Powers has made more than 1,500 arrests in his 30-year career as an officer for driving while intoxicated, a personal mission of his after his own family was impacted by an impaired driver.
My father was actually hit by a drunk driver.
In Missouri and Illinois, a person can be arrested for driving with a blood alcohol content over 0.08, or if the driver's behavior suggests they are impaired.
The highest I've arrested was a 0.42.
Recruits are learning a series of tests they can give drivers that will help determine impairment.
These tests don't tell us what your BAC is. These tests tell us whether you're impaired or not.
Recently, volunteers were brought in to help the recruits put their lessons into practice.
And I just want you to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The volunteers drank alcohol and took a breath test. Then the recruits had to see if their assessments measured up.
We've watched videos of it, but to actually perform the tests on a real person and see that and be like, oh, did I see it? Did I not see it? It was a great training opportunity, and so glad we can do that here for the first time instead of when we're out on the street actually, dealing with a citizen.
Okay, so this next test is a walk and turn. All I need you to do is put your feet together, heel to heel, toe to toe. We had a gentleman, he did great on the checking of the eyes, but when he did the one-legged stand and walk and turn, his balance was totally off.
Power says the first thing that alcohol impacts is a person's judgment. Someone might not be legally drunk, but they may also not be fit to drive.
Just because they're not over that legal limit doesn't mean they're not dangerous. And so maybe we don't make the decision to arrest them, but we definitely don't let them drive.
That's what's, I think, so important about all of these tests that we are given, because we're taught not only how to do the tests, but how to interact with different people, how to talk to certain people, and how to get them to basically do what we would like them to do in the safest manner for both of us.
All right, you can go ahead and begin.
Recruits are learning the techniques and tactics of interacting with the public, but they're also learning that so much of police work is simply talking to people. Next, we'll dive into the lessons recruits are getting in human behavior and how to communicate effectively in a diverse place like St. Louis. It's all part of our exclusive look inside the Academy.